Hi, welcome back to the archives. Okay, so this is the next video in the goddess series as I summarize it and wrap up. I have my snake ring today. So maybe we'll move into the animals. I'm going to do the animals first and then we'll go back to the themes. Okay, so as I was reviewing the book, I saw a lot of animals showing up. I do a lot of animal art. For those of you who don't know, I do a lot of animal art. There's a dog. I did that dog over here. I do a lot of animal art. I do a lot of indigenous art, tribal African, Akan, Ashanti art. So I use Adinkra symbols, but I do a lot of animal art. So I've done the horse. I did the horse for the year of the horse. I have a turtle, a beaver, a bunny, a hornet, seahorses, caribou. This month in August, the animal I'm trying to do an animal a month this year. So every month of the year, I need to do at least one animal art. So by the end of the year, my goal is to have 12 animal art done. I've done some months, I've done more. I haven't done one for August, so before August is over, I want to do the moose. The moose was called. I've been sorting through a lot of friendship stuff, PhD stuff. Rest in peace to Dr. Jason Arde. I haven't really said much publicly, but I've been thinking a lot about Jason Arde's story that has really triggered a lot of my own PhD trauma. So I've been processing some of that. And in August, as I processed some of that, the moose came up. So I'm gonna go learn. That's usually how it works. What is coming up around some of the themes I'm writing about. And then I'm putting that in the book of poetry. So my book of poetry includes my animal art, and basically it's just the animals that comes to me as I'm processing or working through some of those different themes. So for instance, I'll do the moose. I haven't done it. I'm supposed to do the moose within the next couple of days. So I was really paying attention to the animals that were coming up in this goddess series. So I would like to share with you some of the animals that came up and which goddesses they're associated with, okay? The lion. The lion was the number one animal I saw repeated. The top three was the lion, the snake, and the cow or the ox. Those are the top three I saw mentioned over and over again. The lion, the snake, and the cow. Okay, there are others. So let's start with the lion. Here are the goddesses associated with lion. Inanna, Ishtar, which is also the same, okay? So Inanna and Ishtar is associated with the lion. Durga in India is associated with the lion. Sekhmet in Egypt is associated with the lion. And Kali is associated with the lion, okay? The snake came up also. Athena is associated with the snake. Athena is Roman or Greek? Who's Athena? Athena is Greek? Greek. So Athena came up for the snake. Mamiwata is associated with snakes in the Yoruba African pantheon. Same with Yemaya, a snake. Oshun is also associated with the snake, I would say. Mau, which is an African god, is also associated with the snakes. Hel is associated with the snake, the Norse goddess. Medusa is associated with the snake. So I'm thinking about the Bible and how the snake was a number one target at the beginning. Remember in the Adam and Eve story, the snake is the one who tempted it. So it just let me know that the early Christian founders really had beef with the snake. And so these are some of and it would have come up. Africa, heavy on the snakes. Europe, heavy on the snakes. The Greeks, the Norse, the Norway, and Medusa. Medusa is still the Greek. So those are some of the ones in the book that came up with the snake. And the snake was usually associated with some sort of power, transformation. The ox and the cow also came up often. Newt is associated with the cow or the ox. Bridget is associated with the cow. Bridget and Hathor is associated with the cow. Anat is associated with the cow or the ox. Sarasvati is associated with the cow. And Lakshmi is also associated with the cow. So the cow shows up a lot in Hinduism, in India, also in Ireland, Bridget, and Nut in Egypt, okay, and Middle East. So the cow shows up. Who else? The owl was another one. Honorable mention to the owl. Athena is associated with the owl. So is Lilith, right? Lilith, in Judaism, she's associated with the owl. She turns into an owl. What else? The peacock. Juno was associated with the peacock. Mermaids, I included mermaids here. Mermaid Sedna, the Arctic goddess, she's associated with mermaids. She's said to be a mermaid sometimes, and the images just showed her with mermaid. And for sure, Oshun and Mamiwata are also associated with the mermaid. The fairy came up. They're not animals, but I included them last. Bafkada in Ireland is associated with fairies. The white horse is associated with Rhiannon in Welsh, I believe, Welsh. Tiger, Shiwangmu in China was associated with the tiger, and Popamidao in Burma was associated with the tiger. The leopard showed up. The leopard was associated with Shiwangmu in China. Chicken actually showed up in Baba Yaga story. Baba Yaga was a witch, the European witch. The chicken showed up. Remember, the house had chicken feet. The boar or the pig, I included them together, the boar and the pig. Bridget was Freya. Remember in Norse in Europe, Freya is associated with the boar, and Bridget in Ireland is associated with the pig. Remember, she had a pig. The bull and the ram, I put them together. Again, that's Bridget in Ireland, and Ariadne in Europe as well too. Okay, so the bull and the ram. The sheep showed up in Mokosh's story. Butterflies showed up in Mokosh's story, as well as it's Papalotl. Sorry, the Aztec words, I just butchered them every time. I'm so sorry. It's Papalotl in the Aztec Mexico, also showed up with the butterflies. Cats came up in here. In Egypt, but Freya in Europe remember, she had 2 cats. Her chariot was drawn by 2 cats. Birds were also really popular. A lot of bird imagery. So a gnat is said to have bird wings. Isis had a falcon. Her son, remember, Isis's son has a falcon head. The eagle showed up with its papalotl in Mexico. Bafkada in Ireland is associated with the crows. Remember, she's a battle crow. And a jaguar showed up. It's papalotl in Mexico. Sea creatures, that's Sedna. Sedna was associated with the sea creatures, such as the seals, the whales, the walruses, the fish, all of that. The white buffalo was really, really sacred to the Lakota. And so Patis Ganwin story showed up with the white buffalo. Remember, she turns into a white buffalo. The rabbit showed up in Chang'e's story in China. And the dog, Hecate. Remember Hecate's dog? And Hecate's dog in Greek. So these are some of the animals that I saw show up in this book. The lion, the owl, the snake, the turtle was there, but not like necessarily a god of turtles, but Turtle Island. The ox and the cow, the peacock, the white horse, the tiger, the leopard, the chickens, the boars and the pigs, the bulls, the rams. Monkey showed up as well too, but not necessarily associated with them, so I didn't include it. The sheep, the butterflies, cats, birds, dogs, rabbits, buffaloes, sea creatures, and jaguars. So these are some of the animals that showed up. Okay, so I'm going to end this video here, and the next couple I'll continue to share some of the different themes. Alright, so until next time, in solidarity.